Hello there, welcome to the channel, Living Life on Less. My name is Liz, my husband's name is David, and we talk about all things money saving, frugal living, living life on that bit less. Today's video is inspired by something that's happened to me recently. I am working extra hours outside of the home, which is giving me less time to do all of my chores. Mainly, the cleaning has took a hit. So I've been looking at ways I can make my cleaning around the home quicker, easier, without costing a lot more money or using harsh chemicals. Here are 15 things I've been doing recently for a quick clean and in the main using natural products. Number 1. I accidentally burnt a frying pan black. The bottom had a black, congealed, burnt-on carbon mess, which wasn't coming off with any washing up liquid, and I didn't have time to wait and soak and scrub and soak and scrub and soak and scrub. So what I did was take a teaspoon of washing powder. It's very cheap, generic washing powder. It's not a brand name, and this is all I ever use it for, and that's put it in the bottom of a burnt pan with some boiling hot water, pop the lid on the pan and leave it for 24 hours. And the next day, the burnt on food carbon mess can just be wiped off and the pan then rinsed. Number 2. A quick way to disinfect and freshen up your kitchen sponges is by soaking them in water, plain cold water, pop them in a bowl and put them in the microwave for 1 minute on high. Just 1 minute, you don't want the sponge to melt, but the water gets to boiling point and starts to steam, and steam will kill all the bacteria. There's nothing as good as giving your sponges a good once a week boil wash with your tea towels, etc. But if you haven't got time, 1 minute disinfecting your microwave is a great time saver. Number 3. If you've got a scratched or marked stainless steel surface, this can be around your hob on your cooker. It could be a metal splashback you have, or it maybe could even be your draining board and your taps. A tiny amount of olive oil on a buffing cloth, wiped over the stainless steel and buffed and buffed and buffed, will bring out the mark, and it will also help give the stainless steel a little extra waterproofing coat so it stains a lot less next time because it's almost got its own protective cover. You only need a tiny bit, it goes a long way, and it can be buffed in. I found after I accidentally put some bleach spray on my stainless steel splashback that it marked the stainless steel splashback. The only thing that would bring it off was an olive oil buff. Number 4. If you have chopping boards and you chop onions on your chopping boards, the chopping boards can very often get smelly, even when you have rinsed them in soapy water. I found one of the best ways to get the smell of onion and garlic out of chopping boards that have a slightly porous surface is just rubbing them over with an old bit of lemon. So if you're using lemon for drinks or for cooking, save the little bit of the skin and the pith in the fridge and then just use it, half your lemon, over your chopping board, and it gets rid of the smell. It also helps with a wooden chopping board because lemon acts as a slight bleaching agent, so it ticks a lot of boxes. Tip number 5. I have found a very annoying job is cleaning lime scale and soap scum off the inside of our shower cubicle at home. You really have to get in there and scrub hard to bring it all off, especially if it's not done straight after a shower or the shower's not dried off straight after a shower. So what I have found really effective is a spray bottle full of 50% vinegar, 50% water, and then squirted all on the inside of the shower, left for 20 minutes, and then just wipe down with a cloth or a sponge. This tends to bring off all the lime scale and all the soap scum. I've also found by leaving the bottle of vinegar and water spray in the bathroom, every time someone's had a shower, we squirt the inside of the shower with the water and the vinegar, and it makes the soap scum and the lime scale just wipe off the next time it's done, rather than having to scrub hard. It saves time. And with it being just vinegar and water, it's really cheap and effective. And tip number 6, not forgetting the effectiveness of vinegar with lime scale. It's fantastic for cleaning lime scale out of kettles, coffee makers, and of course the gunge around your taps. The lime scale can build up around your taps, your faucets, and make like a white gungy mark that tends to attract the dirt or the mildew. It's fantastic. 2 minutes soaking vinegar and it just wipes away. But on your kettle, coffee maker and taps, just make sure you're using the neat vinegar. Tip number 7, if like our house, you like fresh coffee, don't get rid of your coffee grinds. You can either use them for in your garden making compost, but a small tub of them at the back of your fridge, just a small tub about the size of an egg cup, is a great way to deodorise the fridge. Fridges can get smelly due to the vegetation you have in there and the sulphur-based products, but deodorising your fridge with coffee grounds is a great way to keep that fridge smelling fresh. Number 8, if you've got any black marks on the bottom of your iron, this can be from having the setting too high when you've ironed over a man-made fabric, so you've got some plastic residue on your iron. It can just be from ironing over a period of time, and the iron tends to pick up any residual fabric conditioner or washing liquids in your clothes. A great way to clean off the black marks so you've got a really sparkly brand new iron is to turn the iron on, let it heat up, pull the plug out, and then using a paracetamol tablet and a glove so you don't burn your fingers, and just rub it across the black mark. And the black mark, it almost acts like a magic eraser. The black mark just comes off, and then you can just blow away the dust, and you've got a lovely sparkly clean iron. But once again, be really careful. It's a hot job. We don't need to burn your fingers. Number 9, if you have a flat hob, which we have, cooking stains can be hard to clean off, especially if they're not done quickly. And if you've got a young daughter like I have, 11, nearly 12, who's just started experimenting with cooking, spills always don't get wiped up very well very quickly. I have found gently scraping the stains with a single-edged razor blade is a great way to get rid of those built-up stains. Tip number 10, if you have a washing machine with a rubber seal, the likelihood is after a period of time, there will be mildew and mold growing on this rubber seal. If it gets really bad and it's not cleaned off and looked after, it can start marking your clothes black and gungy. Every time it's finished a cycle in our house, I will dry the inside of the rubber ring with an old cloth. Also, once a month, I will do just a vinegar wash with water, boil wash to clean out the machine and help clean out all the parts. But the very best way of making sure that your washing machine rubber seal doesn't get mildew and mold is by making sure the machine's dry after use, and don't close the door after use. Always have it cracked open so the air can circulate and dry out the machine thoroughly. Number 11, if you use dryer sheets in your tumble dryer, reuse them. Once they've finished being used in the tumble dryer, use them as dusting cloths or let them dry out, add your own perfume and use them, just pop them in your drawer to freshen up drawers or pop in wardrobes just to keep fabrics smelling good. We don't actually have a tumble dryer. We prefer to do air drying outside, but for some people it's not possible or it's just not convenient. For example, you live in a flat or an apartment or whatever. But I have a friend that does actually reuse her dryer sheets. She uses them to make the drying smell nice, and then we'll use them again. So that's where this tip comes from. Tip number 12. The slow cooker or the crock pot has always been one of my favourite pieces of kitchen equipment, and it's especially handy if you're going to be out and about. You can prepare your meal before you go out, pop it in the slow cooker, come back, and you've got a lovely cooked meal by the time you come back in. Once a month, I will deep clean my slow cooker. And to do this, I just fill the slow cooker full with 2/3 vinegar, 2 teaspoons of bicarb soda. I just wait for the reaction to happen, which before I put the lid on, so the bicarb will bubble up in the vinegar, usually right to the top of the lid. That's why we only make it 2/3 full of vinegar. And then I pop the lid on and put the slow cooker on low for 1 hour. This helps deep clean the slow cooker, and it's very, very cheap, and it's using natural substances. I will also, when the slow cooker has cooled down and the vinegar's cooled down, I will pour the vinegar back into my large 5-litre tub and me use the vinegar again and again. For cleaning, never consuming. Tip number 13. I never realised that until recently, but you can actually wash most vinyl and plastic shower curtains in the washing machine. I've been wiping them down with vinegar and water by hand once a week to clean off all the potential mildew, stains, limescale marks, etc. It gets it clean, but not as clean as I would like. And then I've started once a month popping the shower curtain into the washing machine, just on a quick wash and hanging it on the washing line to dry. It keeps coming up looking like new, totally clean, and it saves me a lot of time and energy. Tip number 14. If you have any cloudy glass or plasticware, which has come about from being washed in the dishwasher, it has a build-up over a period of time to make your plasticware and glassware cloudy. A great way of getting these clean again is just soaking in vinegar. The cloudiness is usually lime scale from your water in the dishwasher. So take a bowl, pour in your vinegar, soak all your glassware for half an hour, and then just rinse off in water and dry. And your glassware and your clear plastic should look almost as good as new. And finally, quick tip number 15. Have a cleaning list and start at the top of the list with the priorities. If you prioritise the cleaning jobs and the jobs that aren't so necessary or can wait at the bottom, and just do what you can do. Don't beat yourself up if you haven't completed every single cleaning task around the house. It's nice to have a clean, decluttered space. But time for family, friends, relaxation, leisure, and self-care is just as important as having a clean house. So make sure they come high on your priority list too. Thanks for listening to the video today. If you like our content, please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like more of our money saving videos, please subscribe. And if you have any tips or ideas for time saving whilst cleaning the house or your environment, please let us know in the comments down below. Wherever you are in the world, we hope you have a truly delectable day. Bye for now.